Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and I broke my freaking optivisor. See, rule one. For the guys that are keeping track, this is the live stream of building Eivor's axe for the game Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Yeah? So let's get into this, man. Right. If you guys didn't know, I'm Niels from the back. I've been tasked to build this axe. Where are we? In my shop, obviously. But with the build, that's where we are. Yeah. So I started carving the detail in the handle. Right, and the initial idea was to just paint this. Then I came across a friend that told me about Repoussé. We started talking about that, and I said, "Yeah, man, Repoussé is where you've got a sheet of material, and you've got a small little hammer, and you go and you click, 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 and you actually build up a relief like that. So you build a relief up." Okay, now that's obviously a skill that takes years to perfect. I don't have years, so a bit of a search, and then I came across a very talented young lady that does pewter. That's the stuff we have here, which is a lot softer than, for instance, copper. And I went for a one-day class with her, and she taught me some really cool stuff. Yeah, which I'm now going to be using on the axe. Right, so I'm extremely excited about this. But long story short, let me show you how this works. So that was the very first one. I just traced it. All right, this is where we're actually going. And see, this one stands up a heck of a lot more than just this one. Good. So with not wasting too much time, I'm going to get into comments, and then we're going to get into working. Yeah? Frederick, how's it going, buddy? Welcome, man. Mr. Alfred, not much, brother, not much, man. Sean, how's it going, bud? And then we've got one more, Matthew. It is fun, man. I'm really, really having fun. This week has been a bit of a broken week. I didn't get the entire week to spend on this, which is a bit frustrating. But the reason I am live today is, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know there's a competition, right? And you should know by now that you can win the axe that I'm making, this piece. You can win a Xbox One X console, one of those new big-ass things. You win a copy of the game, plus a load of Assassin's Creed Valhalla merch. Yeah. Today. Entries close today. So, if you haven't entered yet, one last chance, man. One last chance. Get in there, go and enter, and get it done. You can't win it if you're not in it. It's as easy as that, man. Trevor, how's it going, brother? Welcome. And Matthew also from Australia. A load of Australians in here. It's appreciated, gentlemen. John, how's it going? Good morning, sir. That's amazing how we see the regulars popping in. I'm loving it. Rudolph, how's it going, bro? What do we got here? Andres Ferry, all the way from YouTube. Holy crap. Now, Andres over here was one of my schoolmates, yeah? And we were in the same mechanics class. Holy crap, man, that was 512 freaking years ago, dude. Andres, you need to get in touch, yeah? Niels at blackdragonforge.com. Pop me an email, man. Otherwise, well, here's my telephone number. 083-451-3105. Give me a shout, buddy. Pop me a WhatsApp. We get together. There might be beers involved. Why the hell not, yeah? Dude, It's been a madness. This week has been absolutely madness. And then we've got the one, the only, Alex Norton. Valhalla Ironworks. How's it going, buddy? Yeah, it's been fun. Yeah, man, it's just, I seriously wanted more time this week, but, well. Dude, yeah, even if you win it, I need to finish it first, yeah? So the whole, Trevor, man, how's it going, dude? Absolutely, sorry, brother. Yeah. Can't see the blades. Dude, this thing is turning out epic. So that is still the temper color. It's obviously not going to stay there, and that's why everything is kind of this brown, washed out color, especially with the brown on the handle, blah, 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 blah. My initial plan for today was to carve the funkiness that is going to go in between the two silver sheets. Yeah. But it's very, 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 very shiny at the moment. Yeah, don't worry. It's not going to stay like that. Yeah, and we managed to, well, when I say we, I managed to figure out how the hell I'm going to keep the stuff there so that it's there when you hold on to the thing, that it doesn't come off and the whole works. So I'm very excited, man. Mr. Victor Danziel, how's it going, bud? Yeah, dude, you need to give me a call, dude. There is literally no one from school that I'm in contact with. So hook it up, buddy. Hook it up, man. Alex, I see that you're bogging down, bedding down, and actually getting on top of your workload, which is cool, buddy. Yeah, man. Sometimes we actually have to earn a living, yeah. But if there's anything that I can assist with, even scream at you again, just let me know, dude. I do that shit for free. Oh, Ryan, dude, I feel the same. I really honestly. Sorry, man. I've got a mosquito in my shop and it bit me on the funking ear, which is no good. Yeah, no good. No good at all. And I think it actually got me on the pip as well. Damn it. It's either that or I need to go for a shower. Which... Nicholas, thanks, buddy. That's appreciated, man. Dude, the Repoussé stuff is it's fairly easy. Yeah, it really is. Well, this is the first step towards working Repoussé. Let me just switch off that overhead light. Working Repoussé. Now, Repoussé, the classic definition is where you've got a little hammer. All right, and you're going to go tick, 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 and obviously this will be bedded in some of the medium, not just felt. Felt, pewter, and this is lead-free pewter for the people that actually care, because I do like what I'm doing and I do like my life. And then you would now go and hammer this in, yeah, where with this I can just push. But I have got so many freaking cool little Teflon tip tools and blah, 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 blah. Some of my old tools that I've managed to go and scrounge out. Now, these are copper tip, but they're a bit big. And then you got paper pencils. Yeah. So you would use that and just press, and that'll obviously deform the pewter, which makes it stand out. It had more. And I do need to get my eyes on, man. I'm as blind as a bat. I can't see what I'm doing. And you would just go and work this out. Even hand, not trying to press it out too much in a single go. But you do tend to go back and forth quite a bit. But this is really, really good fun. It really is. So that is like the first step of Repoussé. Where you don't get to hammer, you just get to push. And obviously, I've got the pewter. This is lead-free, which is a bit harder than the lead-based pewter, which is more to my liking, as I also bought some copper sheet and then brass sheet. And then this is a 0.3. I can't remember what the thickness is. But the brass sheet I bought was 0.1 mil. And the copper sheet also 0.1. I have got 0.6 mil copper and brass, and then 1 mil well, 0.8 and 1 mil on both, which is obviously now you just can't push through. Now you need to practice repoussé, the actual repoussé. But this is a nice little starting point. Yeah, I'm really digging this. So just to give you an idea of how the metal reacts. And repoussé I have done in the past, not even knowing that it's called repoussé, which is weird. I actually had a day where, man, this is way before I started making knives, in the IT industry, where I just did not feel like going to the office. Phoned in pretending to be extremely sick, and then sat my ass down outside. Bride, my wife had to work, and I ended up grabbing a 2 mil piece of copper sheet and decided to do a self-portrait. And I ended up taking, I think, 2 or 3 days off. And yeah, man. So that's in the shop somewhere. I think I should actually go and find that, and I'll post a photo on my Instagram as well as on Facebook, because that was really cool. I've done repoussé on small little things. So for the, what was it? The Mortal Blade of Sekiro, when I did the Sekiro game build, when I did that katana. So there's a little, I can't remember what it's called, a little charm in the handle that I did in repoussé. Unfortunately, before the video was finished, the video series was finished, they broke into my shop, and my camera equipment and all the footage and everything was stolen, so we could never complete the YouTube series on it. Yeah, so this is pretty much it. Now that I have everything kind of balled out, if you turn it over, now you just need to work on definition. So you go off of that page there, off of that one, and now you go in with, I've got a smaller one somewhere. There we go. So these are Teflon tips. Kind of just like a, I don't know, a little push stick, a little sharp one. And that one is fairly broad. It's about a 7 mil, and then there is a closer to about a 5 millimeter. Yeah. So the 5 mil, use that one. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to go on the edges, and I'm going to just flatten the edges in. And this is where I really need to concentrate. You just go over all your lines, and don't go skew, man. Now I have to go back in there and push it out again, and I need to find the bloody place first. Where did I screw up? Where was it? So now I can't even remember. There. Go back in. And I like this little metal one, because it's got a nice rounding, and it does give me a nice even finish. Okay, so we're going to try that again without screwing up this time. So you basically just use that flat to work the flat sections back. And now this, obviously, with repoussé is where you would be, you would have had this thing suspended in a pitch bowl, and as you're hammering, this surface would stay there, and you would dent the pitch, and therefore raise the surface that you're hammering. But for this is cool, man. I am really liking it. Would someone please just comment on sound? Yeah, buddy, don't fuck up. Oh, Matthew, that'll be fun, man. That will be fun. How's it going, brother? Thanks, bro. That is appreciated. If you ever find yourself in my neck of the woods, yeah, I am going to be extremely upset if you don't pop around. Cameron, how's it going, bud? I hope you're still around, man. Mornay, how's it going, dude? Well, sorry, I am Mr. Grant Stain is in the house. Thanks, buddy. That's appreciated, man. Mornay, thank you. Okay, so we can get back to pretending to know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, it feels like that is my job at the moment. Just pretending to know what the hell I'm doing. Don't get me wrong, I am enjoying, and I even impress myself every now and then, thinking, damn, that wasn't as difficult as I thought. And then other times, you're thinking, yeah, it should take me 10 minutes, and then 3 days later, you're still kind of trying to figure out how the hell you're going to do this. And I think that's the reason why this dagger build is taking so long. I've got a specific idea that I want to do. Yeah. So initially the handle, and I'm now talking about this thing. Yeah. So initially that handle there was supposed to be wood. And as I'm setting up my lathe, I decided, hey man, I've got a piece of really cool mammoth molar, so let me use that without thinking. And I go and I spend an entire day getting that handle perfect, yeah. And as I'm fitting the bloody thing, I realize, oh crap, I don't think I'll be able to do the next step because I've now got mammoth in there. Because it now calls for me carving 4 slots into the mammoth to accommodate braces that's going to go over there. So don't know, man. Now the carving the mammoth, that's not an issue. I've got all the tools. I've got carbide bits. I've got diamond bits. So that's not an issue. And years ago, I polished and faceted stones. So yeah, working the tooth is really not the thing that keeps me from saying, hey. The thing is that I only have that one piece, yeah, and I cannot afford to fuck up. So, kind of the pressure is now on. I don't believe I'm over-investing in that piece, but man, from its original, what my intended price was for that thing, when I put that mammoth on there, all of a sudden it went through the roof. So it's kind of priced out of the local market, which is a bit of a pity because it's the only bloody piece I'll have for the Brooklyn Knife Show. So I have been pleasantly surprised at the show in the past. So we'll see, man. We'll see. If her new owner is there, then obviously she'll sell. Otherwise, we'll just offer it in the international market. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm going back in on the back. Obviously, as you can see, my running commentary is really adding insight, man. But now I'm using my little ball. Playing with my ball tool live on air is always fun. Anytime you can play with your balls, it's good, man. Yeah. I think that's why so many men in South Africa take up bowling. Or even golf. There's also, I think that's why rugby is such a big hit in South Africa. Yeah. Men playing with balls. I used to jokingly say, look, the only good thing to come out of a scrum was a ball. Yeah. Those are my project management days when scrum was an actual, I don't know, project management philosophy methodology. There we go. Fuck, I'm so glad I'm out of that. What the hell? My phone is going mad. We've got a new phone, and I'm not even pretending to half the thing functions. Yeah, and it's making weird sounds. That's all I can say. Okay, so now we're back to the front. We do the same thing again. Push the background down. And now I'm actually going to go through those cross sections. So I don't know if you can actually see. So let me just see if I can adjust this camera ever so slightly to give you more of a, I don't know, bird's eye view here. But I need to flip the camera. Probably no, you're actually seeing my view, but not my view. Yeah, which is makes it look a bit weird. Does it? Does it not make it look weird? Does it make it look weird? You see what I'm doing here? All right, hold on. Hold on, I think I can fix it. Close your eyes. Chuck. And all of a sudden, if you blink, that stuff happened. So we just flip the camera all the way around. So hopefully this will make a bit more sense now. Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to go through this quickly, just flatten everything out. Oh, not too quickly though. Did I mention that competition is the last day? Go and enter, man. Go and enter. I have a couple of mates who've been sending me messages offering to enter on my behalf. Saying, dude, okay, I'm going to enter, and if I win, you can have the Xbox, and you can have this, and you can. And no one is offering to give me my bloody axe back. Okay, so now we go in and we add definition in all the crosses. So the guys that know that Steve is one of the guys that work for me, they were held at gunpoint in their home last night, the night before. And we spent yesterday building burglar proofing for their house, and we went and fitted it in this morning. So the guys that commented, thank you very much. That's appreciated. And for all the private messages, really, messages of concern, it's absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. That is appreciated. But everyone's cool. Everyone's okay. Please don't comment in this thread. You got guys saying how bad it is in South Africa, and yeah, man, a couple of isolated incidents. Yes, it is. Some things are really bad, but it's not everyone. It is a couple of bad apples, man. That is kind of screwing it over, but that's it. I love my country, and I don't think I'll ever leave, man. We do want to spend a bit more time in the States next year, seeing that my visa gives me a 3-month entry. So we might want to do 2 or 3 trips next year, and one of them will definitely be a 3-month stay over. Yeah, because I do want to sit my ass down at a specific location and actually do work in the States here. How's that? Johan, how's it going, dude? Matthew, yeah, that's going to be for the handle, man. Johan, how's it going, brother? And seeing that we've got Johan here, we need to just do something very, very quickly. Have a look at that. Yeah. If you're on Facebook, click on Johan's name, go and pick up his telephone number. And if you're in the old PWV, Pretoria, Johannesburg, Krugersdorp area, yeah, and you're looking for proper Wi-Fi, give Johan a call, man. These guys fucking rock. Seriously. It's not a paid promotion. He's just good mate, fellow knife maker. And I've got my internet with him, and I'm extremely satisfied. Johan goes out of his way to satisfy his clients. Johan, I maybe should have said that. Your wife is going to kick my ass. Just need a belt grinder. Yeah, buddy, we all need more belt grinders. But keep in mind that you don't need a belt grinder. A belt grinder doesn't make you a knife maker. Yeah, belt grinder is just one tool. Don't be the tool, use the tool. I hand filed my first odd 10, 15 knives. Every time I tell the story, the amount of knives increase. So by next year, this time, it'll be 50 knives. It's like I tell my kids, I had to walk to school. This is not a shit story. Every now and then, I missed the bus, then I had to fucking walk. And it was 18 kilometers, and that's also not a shit story. 18 Ks to my high school. And if you screw it up because you were late, you had to fucking walk. Done. Easy as that. Done. But luckily I didn't walk all the time. Yeah? Because you walk once or twice and then you make sure you're there on time. On a lot of things, but stupid isn't one of them. We can talk, buddy. We can talk. I like that. Thank you, sir. Greatly appreciated, man. Mr. Swan. I'm good, buddy. I'm good. I see that your stock for Brooklyn is coming along nicely. Yeah. Brother, this one, I maybe if I don't talk crap, I'll need maybe another 5 minutes on this one. So getting the initial panels out is very, 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 very quick. Really, it is. And enjoying the process, man. I'm really enjoying the process. So that's one of those. It's a paper pen. I don't know. It's got a specific name. So artists, proper ones, will use this if you do. I don't know, charcoal work to blend and smudge. So they come in different sizes and thicknesses and the whole works, and it gives you a nice, broad, flat, squishing surface. If that makes any bloody sense. Well, you can see. Flat surface and I'm squishing the thing flat, yeah? So, now I'm going to go to, where's the little fine dude? The finest one. Is it that one or is it that one? It is this one. And now, I'm going to go over my edges again. And all of this does, it just crisps everything up. Really nice and crisp. I haven't played with textures yet, but that looked like fun. I'm sitting in that class, and I don't have the entire day to spend there, but she's showing me this technique and that technique and that technique, and the odd half an hour meeting turned into like a 3-hour class, which was freaking awesome. But when she started playing with the textures, and as soon as I saw what was possible, sorry, that's an alarm. What was possible, man, I just sat there with a stupid smile. So everyone in the stream, comment whether you've entered yes or no. I don't want to hear stories. You're not in South Africa and you can't enter and how unfair that is, and blah, blah, blah. If you want me to build something that will be available in a competition internationally, yeah, it doesn't help complaining to me. Reach out to Ubisoft and tell them, hey, let this guy build something internationally. And, well, it might just happen, yeah. Doesn't help me going and telling them that. You guys need to do that, yeah. But if you're in South Africa, you're a South African resident, and you're on this feed, and you haven't entered yet, I'm going to call you stupid to your face. Is the angle good? Can you see what I'm doing? Maybe if I don't cover everything with my paws. I'm supposed to be working on glass. Well, that gives you a nice smooth line, not a little jaggedy what like I've got going here. But now keep in mind that I'm actually going to be doing a wood texture in there. I think I might just not do a wood texture. I haven't actually decided yet what textures I'm going to be using. But texturing is a big part of this entire build. Yeah, well, it is for me, texture and patina. Because that's the cool stuff that I love to play with. So when the piece is done, it won't really be done until we've, I don't know, put on the jewelry. No, I'm not going to bedazzle it. Are we having fun yet? We'll get to comments in a moment. I'm supposed to go to the optometrist today to have my eyes retested. Maybe update my prescription. As I can feel. I can't see no more, man. So I don't wear glasses full time, only if I'm working. And it's supposed to just help crisp up everything, yeah. But that said, I'm actually as fucking blind as a bat. So I've been wearing glasses since I was grade 8. And I don't think I've full-time wore glasses in the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. Definitely not since I went full-time knife making. So when I was still in the corporate environment, yes, I wore glasses. So I spent 90% of my day behind a laptop, yeah. Not anymore, but I can feel that my eyes have gone on the downhill over the last odd year. And I think it's time that I might have to wear glasses again full time. Not that I have an issue with that. Makes me look intelligent. Well, I think that's the story my wife is telling me. Well, I don't really have to think about it. I know she thinks that. Did you guys hear the eye roll there? I might just be in trouble when she sees this. So if you want to go and or come through, if you are in Pretoria area, the end of the month, yeah. So the first weekend in December, 4, 5, and 6 December, pop through to the Brooklyn Mall in Brooklyn and Pretoria, not Brooklyn, New York, Brooklyn, Pretoria, South Africa. and you can come and see the axe. Yeah, come and see the axe. Unfortunately, it will by then be too late for you to enter as the competition closes today. I think I've mentioned it about 20 times. Go and enter the freaking competition, man. Part of next year's deal is, well, if we're going to do this again, I'm going to definitely say, I want your Oaks' details. So I can spam you. Don't worry, I'm not getting your details. I'm just working it very lightly again. And now we're just going to flatten. I think that'll be it. Maybe I should use my squishy pen. That one goes really quick. Oh, yeah, man. So obviously this will now need to be backfilled as to not be squished if you grab it with a hand. Now the initial idea was to do the carving and then just overlay this over the carving. There's the two sides, man. But the initial idea was to do that to overlay. So let me get the axe handle. Let's get rid of that head on there. So the initial idea was that. Yeah, to carve it. And I spent a good day and a half just doing that. And then coming over with the sheet and then pressing down and just filling it. But I am liking the finish. And I obviously still have the option. But I am liking this finish. I really am. As opposed to just pressing it in here. Which means that the carving at the back here needs to be in utmost detail and as smooth as it can be. Which was the original plan. So I might still just go for that. I don't know. But in the meanwhile, I'm practicing. So I haven't decided yet. But the handle, everything will be covered. Well, that piece there. Let me just redo my camera here. There's my mouse. Should not be in the shot. Should not be in the shot, man. All right, so the handle, carving there and the carving on the front, which I haven't designed yet. That needs to happen later on this afternoon. I might do a second live. It's either going to be happening this afternoon or tomorrow. But carving, I'm liking the carving. I'm really enjoying the carving. And I think it'll add, because the last thing I want to do is just cut that away. Because if I decide to cut that away, then this will just be inserted in there. But I need to, then the next is obviously I've kind of have the idea of how this works now. All right. You will notice that it's a mirror. You see that? Yeah, it's not the same. So it is an actual mirror, one for the left and one for the right. Because on my previous plate, I did two of the same ones, which didn't help my nervous twitch at all. What else? What am I saying? So I've done that. So we can backfill them and they become really stiff. Yeah, and there's numerous, from freaking hot glue to plaster of Paris and polyfiller and blah, 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 blah. Beeswax were traditionally used, which I really like. I've got beeswax. I've also got synthetic beeswax or synthetic wax that I can use in there. I've got no idea. All right. So that decision I still need to make. But the next step on this was to smooth that out. Let's get into picture. Was to smooth that out and then cover it. So I will be playing with that as well, which will make everything just larger, thicker, broader. I might lose a bit of definition, but then also with this, where you can actually work it in, the definition can be gained back, blah, 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 blah. But I am liking this. I enjoy that. I enjoy this. I now need to go and play with that over here and see which is going to give me the better look. Yeah. So, but that's not going to happen now. Not at all. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now for the talking crap portion of the live feed. As we're going to leave that there. We're going to switch back to this camera over here. Okay. And we're going to talk crap. Has anyone got a... I think we're here. So that was the next step in the process, was to now go and decide whether I'm going to be using this as is and flatten out. In other words, go and grind that away. And that's why I only did the one side. So on this side, I'll do the recess, which was the first step, and then apply that one and put it in there. On the other side, I will cover it, and then I'll make up my mind on which one I'm going to go. I might even give Prima the choice. But I'm liking the carving, man. I'm liking the carving. I mean, worst case scenario, I can always just gild this. So I've got gilding, so silver gilding paper as well. Paper sheet, gilding sheet. So really, really thin sheets of silver that I can always just gild this. I don't know. So those are the three options. Don't know which one yet. Yeah. So as soon as I know, you'll know. What else is there, man? Sean, we covered it, man. Backfill. Backfilling is the way to do that. Excellent. I'm glad. I am glad. But what do I do with it? Trevor, I'm obviously missing something now, man. With the axe. It's an axe, dude. You want to cut your biltong? It's just a large edged weapon. It's got a handy little handle, which gives you a bit more leverage. Yeah, gives you a bit more leverage, so you can get a bit more power in there. Your biltong will never be the same. But now I need to say categorically that if you need this to cut your biltong, it's time to change your butcher, man. Yeah. Do your own biltong. I think what we'll do is I might just go and ask for some meat recipes amongst bladesmiths. Yeah. Get together, build the recipe, preferably over a forge or something weird, in a pit in the ground or in a banana leaf or friggin' whatever, on your car's bonnet. Is it silver? This is pewter. So lead-free pewter that I'm practicing with. Covering this accident calculation in fine silver would have sent me back more money that I would like to consider. Victor, I prefer the carving as well, but I need to go for the practicality of it. Yeah, dude, that's an option. Yeah, spray paint the thing. That is an option. But it's too easy. It's way too easy. I can't just do that. It is just too easy. No one learns anything. I can actually spray paint. So no. A couple of years ago, I think it's 2 years ago, we did the Shave with a Blade challenge that Masters with Kevin Harvey put out. We raised a fair bit of money for lymphomic cancer doing that, which I am very proud of the South African Bladesmiths Association members. You guys, man, you guys rock. Seriously, you rock, man. And yes, so that was it. And I actually did shave with an axe, even just a portion of it. And then I pulled out a knife and finished the rest of it. But sharpening a knife to cut paper and armor is one thing. Shaving with a knife is... That knife now needs to be... there's different stages of sharp. You get sharp, you get fucking sharp, and then you get ridiculously sharp. Yeah. Cutting armor, cutting paper is nothing. Get it ridiculously sharp, and then shave with a knife and get a clean cut, not 5 million fucking little cuts. Yeah. So go use your razor, and then make a knife. I'll sharpen a knife to get the same effect. No pulling. That there is a skill. I thought I could sharpen a knife until I had to shave with one. I must have sharpened that knife maybe 20 times. Now, my good mate, Mr. Stuart Smith, was on medication when we did this, right? And he said, no, he'll go and sharpen the knife. He comes back. Every time he comes back, that knife is blunter. He could not sharpen that knife. It was good fun. It was really good. He just couldn't see. His eyes were doing this from the medication, and he goes, no, he will sharpen. He wants to sharpen. I think we ended up both using not the knife we built, because we did a collaboration, the first and only collaboration we've done, from the design to the making to the grinding. And it's not a matter of sorry, let me take that off. It is not a matter of like the rest of the guys do collaboration. So one guy will do the design and then do a blade and then send it off to another guy, and making the handle is your problem. We actually, even from the forging, so the first heat, Stuart forged, and then the second heat I would forge, and we would alternate in heats. Every time that piece of steel went into the fire, it came out, was a different guy's turn to forge. So it was truly a collaboration. On the grinding, he did a couple of swipes. As soon as he had to cool it down, I would take over. Do a couple of swipes. As soon as I had to cool down, he would take over. That video is on YouTube. Go and have a look. That was good fun. It's also the longest both of us have ever spent making a knife. Seriously. That two maybe 2.5 day build took us I think it was a week, because we ended up talking a lot of crap. Yeah. That was good fun. That was good fun. Sorry, I can't see the comments, man. Don't shave. Sean, that is a good idea. That is a good idea. Some fat cooking mince. I like that idea. I really, really do. I might just do fat cook on the forge today. Actually, I have some pre-made fat cook dough. Trevor, sorry, man, how I am using this press sheet that I'm making at the moment. These specific two are practice plates. They are just for me to kind of get to a stage where I am proficient enough for it not to look amateuristic. So this is the second one. I'm going to do, so that was the, crap, now I can't remember. This was the first one. No, this was the first one. This is the second one. Maybe I should mark them. Let me just take out a marker. So you can see from the back, that was number one. That is number two. Number two's definition is a lot better. So the corners, especially if you look at it from the back. Yeah, this being number two. Definition is a lot better. I've even raised it a tad higher, blah, 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 blah. I like to get a bit more bowing, but it's starting to collapse in on itself, so I now need to start supporting it. But I don't want to go, I've got a big-ass pitch bowl like this that I made a couple of years ago when I wanted to practice iron brushing, which is hammering in texturing. No, not texturing, carving. Yeah. So aside from using a Lindsay air graver or a graver, using hammer and chisel to carve into silver and gold, and using that for undercuts in gold inlays. And so I built a pitch bowl. It's there. I've used it a couple of times, practiced with it. So if I want to do, for instance, if I'm going to start doing this in copper and in brass, where the material is a lot harder, then definitely yes, I'll use my pitch bowl. But to answer the question, so what I'm going to be using this for, practice until I've decided, cool, I've made two or at least one on the reverse that I can use on the actual axe, that I'm happy with the result, and then I can compare the overlay versus the full raised version. So at this point, I'm I'm learning, man. I'm practicing, so which makes the build go a bit longer. So I'll definitely be working this weekend. Yeah, man. That was John. That was a good day. That was a good day. Trevor, yes, it's one thing shaving with a straight razor. It's a different thing shaving with a knife where the edge of that knife is about 10 times thicker than a straight razor. But you are right, man. Mr. Jack Connon, good mate. Yeah, and Jack from all the knife makers is probably the guy I've known the longest. He's a good mate. And myself and Jack's brother was actually in school together. Yeah, same class as well. Jack's older brother. So I've known Jack forever and a day. Yeah. And that guy is fucking talented. Seriously, he is. So much so that he actually pisses me off. If he wasn't a nice guy, I would be highly upset and would probably not speak to him. But he's a good mate. So, damn it. I mean, I was making what I thought was straight razors until I had one of Jack's straight razors in my hand. And I just stopped making it. Done, man. Is talking a lot of crap a bladesmith / knife maker thing? No, not really. It's just a me thing. Yeah. Shall I work for Verymark? Exactly, man. It is the best part. And Victor, I think you need to be able to at least talk crap on any subject for at least a minute before you can see yourself as a knife maker or a bladesmith. I think that should be a prerequisite. I'm going to suggest that to the guild. Yeah. On the prerequisite exam. So we've got a physical exam. You make your knives. It gets evaluated. There's evaluation schedule. But I think there should be a verbal exam as well, where you get given a topic, and there must be a weird topic, and you should at least be able to talk confidently about it for at least a minute. And it will be topics like blue versus red, and I don't know. What has a convex edge got to do with the price of potatoes in the South Sudan? Yeah? Things like that. Yeah, push sharpness is fairly easy to achieve, but slicing sharp, you need a bit of a serration on your edge. Where push sharp is normally difference between a slicing motion and a pushing motion is the difference in how you would sharpen, for instance, a plane, wood plane, old hand wood plane, that blade. That thing you'll end up polishing the edge. Whereby if you want a meat processing knife, 400 grit rough polish, that's good. It'll cut because you need that bit of a burr in the pull stroke that cuts through the fibers. And personal experience is that the rougher the edge, the better the thing slices, specifically through meat when I'm processing. But that's and I'm full of crap. I don't do stone sharpening, not at all. Yeah, I agree, man. There is different techniques, and one technique fits all is not a thing. Exactly like the Miss Universe contest. Maybe we should have bladesmiths in, I don't know, skimpy swimming wear. I don't think anyone wants to see that, man. A couple of years ago, myself and Stuart Smith, you guys should know him. Yeah, good mate. He's also the chairman of SABRE, South African Bladesmiths Association. We had this weird ass idea of doing a bladesmiths calendar. And then I spoke to my wife, and she goes, "Look, in all honesty, it's a cool idea, but no one wants to see that." No one wants to see that. I know of a couple of guys internationally that's actually made it reality, where the guys went out and did funny half-naked photos. No one wants to see me. Yeah. So from here upwards, that's good. If I take off my shirt, people will start fucking running, man. I will lose subscribers and followers. Yes, it is. But you're not allowed, when you get together, all right, you're not allowed to talk about knives. And then see how much you've got to say. That becomes tricky. Come on, man. All right, so that was it. I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you for joining me on this build, and I think it got me on the elbow as well. But, so at least the one on the pip is now, oh, it was the other side. This side. You can feel the bump, but it's no longer itchy. But anyway, thank you for joining me on this little adventure. I'm having fun. I'm going to do 2 more plates this afternoon, 2 more practice sheets. I might actually, no, I don't want to play copper now. I've got an axe to build, apparently. But go and enter the game for the last time. Yeah, for the guys that watch these things all the way to the end, you can win this axe that I'm making. Yeah, you can win this thing. And seriously, you will be envied by millions, I think. I believe so. You can win the axe. You can win an Xbox One X console, which is just sweet looking. From an industrial design perspective, that thing is just styling. Aside from the processing power and the sheer amount of money that you will need to flog out if you want to go buy yourself one. Then the game. Yeah, and we know the games aren't cheap, man. They are really, really not cheap. You're talking 1,000 Rand plus just for the freaking game. And then the merch. Come on, you can't walk into a shop and say, hey, I want Assassin's Creed Valhalla merch. No, not yet. Yeah, so get on it, man. Get on it. You can't win it if you're not in it. Go on to, and she's going to come up at the bottom somewhere. We're going to get it. You get a copy of the game. Enter, go to, there you go. I'm going to try to follow this. primacomps.co.za. primacomps.co.za. Go and enter. That's it. That's me. I see we've got 3 new comments. Tot ziens, Mornay. Have a good one, buddy. Trevor, thank you, brother. That is appreciated, man. And Sean, always my pleasure, buddy. Always my pleasure. Right, so let me sign off, go and pretend to do something else. And then go back to work. I think my next step would be a refill on coffee. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining. Thank you for spending a bit of time with me. Appreciate it. Catch you on the flip side. Cheers.